talking about the Julian Assange sort of factor in all of this. And I know you had a question for Sam.
Yeah, Sam, so, you know, you've said in the past many times that you talk to Roger Stone 15 times a day.
Frequently, yes.
Yeah, and Roger Stone has said multiple times that he talked to Trump regularly and constantly. You know, and you've had this email exchange with Roger where it's very clear in this period where he's trying to get emails, August 4th email 2016, where he's saying, yes, Hillary Clinton's up by 15 points, but that won't last. What knowledge did you have of how many conversations he was having directly with Donald Trump during this time?
I don't want to go specifically into it because of my grand jury testimony in the case of the United States, but what I would say...
That in and of itself tells me something.
But what I would say is they talked, that they did talk frequently, but it was less frequent towards the end of the campaign because of the way the campaign was operated. Manafort was no longer there, and Bannon and Kellyanne, and they were allies of Lewandowski. But I believe they had some conversations in October. But look, that's up for Roger.
In the first week of August, were they having conversations? I would think so.
And
I would think so.
Would Roger Stone have been in a position to know, since he was talking to Donald Trump, you know, and the senior levels of the campaign were advised at a certain point, there's been an attack on the Democratic National Committee. WikiLeaks has something to do with it.
Well,
if they were advised, would they have known that?
I think Assange had gone publicly in June, right, and said that he had these emails. What I would say is in my Senate intel, as opposed to Mueller, special counsel's office, Senate intel was very, very, they asked me numerous times about the Clinton health issue, All I would say is that, just so the audience understands, this was an issue in conservative spheres, conservative media, since as early as 2013. She had an issue with, there was something at the Bill de Blasio thing. But
InfoWars and Jerome Corsi and company accelerated that directly after WikiLeaks.
I would also tell you that that Roger and I had conversations with then Mr. Trump in even mid-2014 about using her health.
Wow, interesting.
So just
Joy,
with that said, it doesn't mean that. This was something that was good. Ed Klein, of all people, wrote about it. So this was something the Clintons were well aware of when they were preparing for their campaign. You can ask Philippe.
Yeah, Paul Butler, go ahead.
Yeah, Joy, so I think Sam might be making some news here if he's saying that around August 4th, this email that Roger Stone was in contact with then candidate Donald Trump, because Sam got another email on August 4th from Roger Stone. Roger Stone said, I dined with Julian Assange last night. And now Roger Stone says that was just a joke. Sam, did you take that as a joke?
I didn't remember that email. So that email was only presented to me in the grand jury, not during my voluntary. What I remembered is I had a conversation with Roger. I had not spoken to him. And I said to him, so where have you been? And it was a Friday afternoon or so. And Roger said to me, I met with Julian Assange. As I've said, Roger told me that they were going to release information about the Clinton Foundation. Initially, I said to him, well, does she have any new information about Benghazi? And I would point to the fact that Assange didn't release anything related to either one. So did I believe him initially when he told me? I didn't have any reason not to believe him. But when it didn't pan out and Roger started making these public statements, I thought that this was just another, you know, dangerous but publicity type sinking stunt by Roger to stay relevant within the campaign and within the public sphere of the campaign.
All right.